Hi everyone, today we'll discuss a PM interview question with you, and the question is doing a root cause analysis. So response rate of LinkedIn messages is down by 5% and we need to find the root cause. The question has been asked a couple of times in last 2-3 months, so watch the video till the end. Here the interviewer will look into your thought process and the problem solving ability. As usual, you should pause the video and think about the question on your own before watching the solution. I hope you have given a fair try to this problem. Don't just watch a video like watching a movie. If you really want to improve, you have to try it on your own and think about the every aspect of it. Let's see how we can go about this. So first, let's start understand the question and define the scope of the problem so that you and your interviewer are on the same page. I hope everyone is aware of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the world's largest networking platform for working professional. You can use LinkedIn to find jobs, networking with working professional, or to learn new skills, right? The first question which we can ask is about what does it mean by response rate? So response rate is defined as number of responses per messages received. In the question, it is given that response rate has fallen. What does it mean? It means that when you receive one message, either you are not replying or you are replying with lesser number of messages. That is what is happening here. A second question which we need to ask is whether this belong to a certain category, as in direct messages, sponsored messages, in-mails, ads, or is it across the platform? Yes, the response rate has fallen for all type of text messages across the platform, majorly on the direct messages. The third thing which we need to clarify is about the time frame of the drop. Have we seen this drop for some particular device like desktop, mobile, or is it across the platform of devices? So here the drop is from the last 2 weeks and it is across the platform and devices. The fourth question which we need to ask is about the type of users. So when we are saying that response rate is going down, is it going down for a particular type of users like influencers, recruiters, or people who are highly engaged? Maybe they have 10K plus followers on the platform. Have we seen some kind of pattern here? But let's assume that there is no pattern that we have observed. It is across all type of users. I think we have got a good idea about the question, but do let me know in the comment section if some part of the question is still unclear. Or we could have asked more clarifying question or some part of clarifying question is left. It will help all of us to develop our thinking process. So it is time to summarize whatever we have discussed till now. LinkedIn has seen a drop in the response rate, that is number of responses per message received across all type of messages, be it focused message, sponsored message, and this drop is across the devices, geography, and user cohort. And we are thinking about the textual reply here. So before jumping into the diagnosing the problem, first let's understand the strategic importance of the response rate. If there is a low response rate, then it will discourage the user on the platform to initiate the message, which will bring down the engagement on the platform. It will also hit the brand perception of LinkedIn as a networking site for working professional. And reduced communication will also hinder the paid lead generation that a lot of people do on over LinkedIn. That is why we need to think about this. Now that we know how important it is for LinkedIn, how should we go about solving this problem? We will consider the potential factor that can be responsible for the drop in the response rate. The factor can be related to system related factor, external factor, and internal factor. In system related factor, there can be factor related to change in metric definition, change in event and instrumentation, breaking the data pipeline, or related to some timeout or bug. We have discussed each of this in a greater detail in previous videos. You can refer previous video to get the gist of and the detail about this system related issue. Let's assume that there is no such condition here. So we are sorted from the system related issues. Now let's go to the external factor. In external factor, a bunch of factors can cause this issue. For example, if the holiday season is just about to start, like end of the year, and people are already in the vacation mode, it will take a hint in the response rate of the message, right? In that case, we should not be even worry about this drop because it is a seasonal drop. The second reason can be the tough job market condition in which people have got a lot busier in their own job and become less responsive to others since their organization doesn't have jobs. So they are not replying that. It can also happen. The third can be the negative coverage. Suppose recently there has been a lot of outburst of the lot of scams on the LinkedIn. This will make user more cautious about responding to the messages, especially from the unknown senders. Lastly, it may happen that some of the competitor like Grapevine has come into the market, which has become more engaging for working professional, and they have become less responsive on LinkedIn. It can be the wide possibility. But let's assume that nothing has happened on the external front in the last 2 weeks that could have caused a potential drop in the response rate on LinkedIn. Now that we have eliminated the external factors as well, let's think about the internal reasons via funnel journey. Let's start with the funnel journey. When you receive a message on the LinkedIn, you get to know about the two sources. Either it is a push notification or message button on the top right of the homepage, right? When you tap on the push notification, you will land on the message from a particular connection. And when you tap on the message button on the top right of the homepage, you will land on the list of messages. This list of messages are bifurcated into two parts. There is a focused list of messages and other list of messages as well. The other list of messages contain in-mails, ads, and some other type of messages. The focus list of messages contain message from your connections. These are direct messages. If you tap on any of the message, so if you tap on any of the message, you will land on the detailed messaging history. Here you can see the chat history. You can reply to that person using different forms of reply. You can utilize the prompt that is there. You can utilize that prompt to send the messages via one tap. You can also share PDF document. You can also use voice note here. So basically it is like a chat. This is how the journey will look like. I hope you are able to get it. Now let's see some of the metrics to get the idea where in the funnel the drop is happening. What can be the possible hypothesis? First thing, you will see the daily active users and the number of session per user. This will tell about the traffic and the engagement of the traffic on the platform. Suppose from the data, this looks fine. That means there is no issue in the top of the funnel traffic. Next, we will check about the push notification. Have the number of push notification reduced? No, that is also looking fine. Other metrics which will track are the clicks on the push notification. It may happen that we have changed the representation of push notification and people are not able to comprehend and not clicking on it. In that case, the number of clicks on the push notification will get reduced. But suppose that the CTR on the push notification are also looking fine. Last, we see the CTR on the message icon at the top right of the homepage of the LinkedIn has CTR reduced on that button. But let's assume that all the numbers are looking fine. What does it mean? It means that there is no top of the funnel discovery issue for the message on the platform, right? Let's move forward in the funnel. Now we are at the message list page. This is the message list page where a list of message will be there, whether it is a focus message or others. Here we will see a bunch of metrics like impression of message per session in the message list and message open rate. Impression of message per session will tell you on an average how many message people are seeing in one session. And message open rate will tell you out of all the message the people has seen or users has seen, how many of message they are opening it, right? Both of them are very critical metric. If people are not opening it, then the response rate will naturally drop, right? But both of these metrics are also looking in check. That means that people are coming till the message list page and they are also seeing the message and opening it. So there is no issue looking here in that case, right? Let's move forward in that funnel. Here we will check metrics if the prompts are appearing or not, if number of prompts get reduced or not, if people are clicking on prompt or not. Are people tapping on reply bar? This is the reply bar. Are people tapping on the reply bar or not? Are people sending the reply or not? Right? Have we changed the sending button? Have we changed the configuration of sending button? Are people using voice search more? So these kind of metric we will see. So let's assume that the interviewer gives the following data. Voice reply and text reply is kind of same, but prompt pill adoption has reduced. This is the prompt pills. The prompt pill adoption has reduced. That means people are seeing the number of prompts, but after seeing them, they are not clicking on it. Right? So impression of the prompt are same, but CTR on these prompt has dropped. This is the problem which interview has given to us. What does it mean? It means that people are not using prompt reply as they were doing before, and which eventually had reduced the response rate. Let's see what are the potential hypotheses about this. The first hypothesis is that people are genuinely not replying because it may happen that we have relaxed the criteria of sending message a bit. Earlier, you could send a direct message to your connection, but now you can also send the direct message to your second or third level of connection without even connecting. But this seems unlikely to be the case because in that case, your textual reply will also get reduced, right? It will not have a direct impact on the prompt reply only, right? So it seems unlikely to be the case. The second hypothesis can be the UI UX change related to the prompt, right? Have we changed the UI UX or the position of the prompt spill, which is not as liked by the customer, so they are not using it? But no, we haven't done that. right? So this is also not the. The third hypothesis can be, have we reduced the number of pills? Instead of giving three options in the prompt pill, we are giving only one option of high accuracy. So in the hope of increasing accuracy, we are reducing the recall set of the prompt, and that is degrading the usage of it. But this is also not the case. We are still giving the three option in the prompt. The final can be, have we introduced some alternate mode of reply so that users are using that mode and not using the prompt filters or prompt pills. Alternate mode can be GIFs, video notes, or it can be reactions as well. So yes, we are on point. We have recently introduced a reaction feature in which people tend to react thumbs up rather than reply okay. You are able to get it. Yes, people are using thumbs up, thumbs down rather than doing some textual reply. And we have seen a good adoption. This is the mobile version of it. And in the web version also, when you hover on the message, these reaction will come up. So we have seen a good adoption of the reaction after we have launched this feature, which has reduced the text response rate from the prompts. I hope you are able to get it why this has reduced. Now that we know what has caused this drop in the response rate, it is time to think about whether it is good or bad. So how should we do now? So from the customer point of view, it looks like a great feature, right? Because they're using it, but our text response rate also going down, right? So what we will do is we will look into overall platform engagement. If the overall platform engagement is also going down, then we may think of rolling back this feature. But if there is no directional negative impact on overall platform engagement, in that case, we may choose to roll out this feature to 100%. This is how we should go about this. I hope you have learned something new from this video. I will meet you into the next one. Till then, keep learning and keep watching.